real quick, we're going to jump into some relational dynamics that are important to understand as well in working with gay men. One of them, of course, being the marriage civil union debate. Now, I've included a couple of links here for you to take a look at that you can look at on your own. One of them is about some of the answers to questions about marriage equality. Another is actually, it's one of my favorite things. I was given this a long time ago when I was doing my education and training, and it was a comparison of the arguments of why interracial couples shouldn't marry, and compares them to the exact same reasons, and you'll see that either they're the same or very similar, the exact same reasons that one time that we utilized to say that a Latino man and a Euro-American woman shouldn't marry. You look at those reasons there, it covers everything from it's morally wrong, it is going to destroy the foundation of marriage, that people who do that tend to be depraved and sick, and they're going to teach our kids that it's okay to do this. Sound familiar? It should. These are the same arguments. So that's a really nice sort of thing that I finally found. I believe it's from Virginia. So please take a look at that. Just know for gay men, there's certainly a lot of discussion about marriage in the civil union debate and the loss of rights, especially here in California with the Prop 8 issues that have come up. So in relational dynamics, we may talk about what is monogamy, how is that defined, how is that expressed in the gay male community. We may talk about cultural variables around promiscuity, and one of the things that I encourage people to do is to do that without automatically pathologizing. It may be a normal process to think that promiscuity is a bad thing, that it's an inability to connect, but there are some cultural containers for promiscuity in the gay male community as a part of exploration, as a part of releasing some of the pressure of the repression one has gone through, and certainly there are a lot of very positive components to exploring one's sexuality. Now, I always believe pathology shows itself when it shows itself. So it's always about being mindful that I'm going to take this from an open approach and take a look at this and understand what sort of things, what sort of purposes does this serve for the gay male. Extradyadic sex, that tends to be, we're talking about infidelity and those sorts of issues that can occur because of the dynamics across the spectrum of monogamy to promiscuity. These are certainly things that can come up in relationships. And also being able to understand what an open relationship is, because certainly that is something that can occur when you're talking about variation in ways of being. And certainly in the gay male community, we have a large variation of ways of being. Sexual discussion and treatment is very important. If you're not comfortable with sexual things, graphic details about sex, then working with gay men is going to tend to be problematic. You need to be comfortable with dealing with sexual issues and sexual discussions. Another area that you may need to talk about and beef up your knowledge on are issues around adoption and surrogacy, knowing what sort of resources are available. These may certainly be the kinds of issues you deal with with couples who are trying to adopt, trying to have children, trying to recreate a family system for themselves.